see what the angels have for us. And my apologies, it looks like the wrong date was on the YouTube. Somewhere in there, got the wires crossed with moving and all of that, so my apologies to anyone who tuned in on a different day. But here we are on August 19th, 2023. I'm Adria Estribou, and I'm just going to be still for a moment here and see what the angels have to share with us. This is Angel Raphael. Delight is our word for the month. So if you want to break it into two parts, DE and then light, are there any areas where you're feeling there's not so much light there and you'd like to add some? There's two parts to this message. One is that there is quite a lot of light and joy around, so you might just enjoy that. If you're finding that's not what's bubbling up on your surface, then investigate a little. Well, what is this feeling, rather than I feel depressed, I'll eat a cracker or watch television. What is it? Just sit with this, like this depression was this beautiful old friend. Who are you? Why did you come to visit? And what's your story about? Just sit with it for a minute and then bring light there. You don't have to solve it. In this case, the D-light is not about diving in and turning over all the rocks and seeing exactly what's there, but just see what comes up naturally for you when you sit a little bit with any areas of discomfort or, dank, murky, just not full of light, blossoming with light. It's a very easy time to let light into some of the danker places here. Again, it's not a battleground, it's not a struggle. We do continue to be in more of a reflective and soft time. So if it's hitting you with a mood, some mood or other, just bring some light to that mood. Visit with that friend as if it was a dear friend or a family who you love very much, and you're not judging for feeling sad or mad and blue, but you're just inviting that quality of light. If you want to invite it angelic light, to call it that, you may, or just in general to bring light. It may be easier for some of you not to define it so much, but just to allow this dear friend who's visiting depression or anger, whatever it is, doesn't want to be stuffed under the carpet or sat on. It wants to be loved, perhaps held, and then you can have the cracker watch television with your friend. But just bring some conscious awareness and light to that without feeling it's, oh no, here's the battleground again, or here's the struggle. It's, in this time, very easy again, supported, and here we mean for humans on Earth, so globally. It's very, whatever your astrological sign is, or a date of the month, or any of that, whatever's going on with transits, in general here, these 2-3 weeks, very supportive of bringing light to places that have felt a little bit of disuse or neglect, or, sometimes just out of habit, we avoid those corners where the spider webs are, or where that old wound, that depression is. So it's not that you have to have a huge cathartic moment with yourself, but it is an easier time to bring a little light to those disused places in yourself. They're ready to integrate. They're ready to become part of the delight, part of the joyful place of you. So invite your friends to the party if they show up. You don't have to go looking. Again, this isn't so much about the deep, deep digging this month, this season. is what comes up naturally, what's around, and then sit with it lightly. You don't have to solve it or investigate so much. Just love it. It's a welcome friend. And the more you welcome this friend, the more it transforms into a loved friend, a loved, beloved family who, when they get what they need, the attention, the support, the light, the food, so to speak, they feel better. And that's it. They're not going to bother you with their stormy mood anymore. So, delight and delight. That's our two messages for this month. This is Angel Ariel. Yeah, so Ariel, we like to speak of change, and the mode of change this month is so soft. It really is that subtle that if you were a shopkeeper and you hear that little ding on the door as someone enters, the look you give them makes all the difference, right? Even if you're busy, if you shoot them a smile or a little wave, that person feels, oh, I can come in and look around. I'm so welcome here. And even if their mood perhaps was dank before they walked in, they feel light. They feel the quality of your welcome. But if you hear that ding on the door and you look at them like, oh, it's 2 minutes to closing, or you again, you always browse and you never buy, you give them that look. Well, even if they came in a sunny mood, they're going to shrink into themselves. So those parts of you are the same. It's not that you have schizophrenia here, but you have layers to yourself. And those old layers are going to recognize, uh-oh, she's not letting me be heard. She's not letting me sit in the room again. And so it sinks back in. Or if you want to take the change moment, oh, I'm welcome? Oh, well, I feel better. So it's light. It's a very light mode of healing this round. So we would encourage you not to ignore those parts, those moods that filter through, but at the same time, it's not going to be such a big deal to transit through them and transform those parts of yourself that are so eager for the company, for your light, for angelic light. So if you want to name that light with colors or guides or guardians, types of angels or angelic in general, you may. And if you just want to think of it as a nice sunny room, or a room lit with the light of source, the light of self, any of those ways, whatever feels natural, comfortable for you. This is Angel Raphael. Beautiful. So, yes, we want to keep it short today because we want you to really notice this message and not get lost in the nuance, that when something comes up that feels a little bit like a historically unwelcome guest, or I like that family but not when they're in this mood, try something new. Try offering light, and then the whole quality of your self shifts very fundamentally into delight. Your layers of yourself are very, very ready for this change. Okay, this is Adria. They're asking me to sign off already, so we're very short and sweet today, and love connecting with all of you. Please do visit the website if you have other yearnings. There's a whole lot now there for meditations and classes and blogs, and feel free to reach out to me if you have an inkling what you want but you're not sure which of those classes it might be. So much love to all of you, and see you again in September.